can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. The desire of any Christian who wants to do anything for God should be that God would use them mightily in his service. Now, this has been my desire since I was a young man. I'll just be honest with you. I remember going to my pastor, this is after I was an adult, and I asked him, I said, what can I do to be used of God in a greater way? And this is what he said to me. He told me, he says, now just keep soul winning, keep doing what I was already doing. He said, because God knew my name and he knew my telephone number. And he said he would call me when he had something great for me to do. Now, my pastor was teaching me that God will open the door when he is ready. You see, if I stay busy serving the Lord and obeying him, that I'll have no difficulty walking through the doors that God opens when they open. God taught the church of Philadelphia that he is the one who opens the doors. So the reason Jesus is the one who opens the doors is because he is the door. So for me to try to open doors myself is to try to take the place of Christ. You see, when Christ opens the door, you will find that it will not matter who is against you, that door will never close. Early in my ministry, I went through a battle when a man tried to destroy my ministry with lies. I was just a young preacher, and this battle seemed to be, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was going to be the epitaph of my ministry. I thought I was done. I was actually preaching here in the Oklahoma City area, and I made an appointment with Dr. Jim Vineyard. He was pastor then at the Windsor Hills Baptist Church. Of course, now he's in heaven. And he was a respected man in the ministry. I went in and I told him, I said, I need your advice. I told him what was going on, and then he wisely counseled me. This is what he said. He said, Brother Donnelly, if God set you up in the ministry, it does not matter what any man says or does. He says, only God can take you down. Now, that advice is exactly what I needed. You see, that's what God was saying in the verse that I read to you, that when God opens the door, no man will be capable of shutting it. Now, there are a couple of thoughts I want to share with you about God opening doors. First, when you try to open the doors in your life, you will walk into a brick wall. Let God open the doors for your life and ministry. Let God be the one that opens those doors. Many a person has moved quicker than God, only to find a mess that they have to clean up. I've learned throughout the years to wait on God to open the doors, because God never cracks the door open when he opens the door. He swings it wide open. And nobody will be able to deny God opened it, and nobody will be able to close that very door on you. Second, you have a choice whether to walk through the door or not to walk through it. But God's blessings are dependent on your choice. The worst thing to do when God opens a door is not to walk through it. Now, when God opens doors, it takes faith to walk through them. But you'll never see the rewards that God has for you by walking on the other side of that door without you walking through it. Third, God's open doors never come without opposition. Satan never sits idly by when God opens doors, because he knows that many souls will be saved because of these doors being open. Just because you face a difficulty does not mean that God has closed the doors. Difficulties are often a part of God's blessings of the open doors, because it gives God the opportunity to show his power through your life. Fourth, don't you be the one who wastes these opportunities that God opens up. Self-centeredness, sin, faithlessness will all waste the opportunity of an open door. Stay yielded to the Holy Spirit. Continue to live a holy life. And this is what you're going to find out. You will never be guilty of wasting the opportunity that God gives you by these open doors. Oh, my friend, God has so many open doors for us. I want to encourage you today, no matter what you're doing, I want to challenge you. Pray, say, God, open the doors, but understand it's going to take faith to walk through it. And there's going to be obstacles as you go through it. But if God opened the door, boy, he's got something great for you. You keep going forward by faith. Keep trusting God, and he can help you through those times. Well, I hope this is a help and an encouragement to you today. Now let's remember today. Be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.